starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everyone, how you doing? Hey Dave, thanks for joining us. How you doing, Steve?
Not so bad, mate. You?
Yeah, not too bad. Busy with work, but you know the usual. Nothing changes.
Yeah. It's my evening.
The brew has arrived, has it?
That's the evening brew has arrived. We are able to start the show. Evening, everybody. I hope you're all okay. You've had a good week. Settled in after the mayhem, which was Christmas and New Year. How was your New Year, buddy?
It was quiet, relatively quiet. We played some friends of ours. We played like this game online, which was pretty good. I need to get the name of it, but it's a bit like Trivia Pursuit sort of thing, but online. Really clever, but it kept us going for a good few hours.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff.
So who have we got in? We've got Dave. We've got Dave. We've got Tori, Dave the Gent, Evening Richard, and Dave Repairs. Don't be scared to say hello, guys. If you're if you're hiding.
Hey everyone. Hey Joanne. I've just seen Richard Power little video before we started. I just watched that. That's pretty good. Some nice little pickups there from charity shop for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although I do agree with you, he's been freezing the last couple of days.
Yeah, I was just saying to little Steve before we come on, I could not get warm at all last night or today. I was just chilled through the bone and just couldn't warm up, so I've ended up sweating out.
It's called outsmarted, as my mates just messaged me.
Outsmarted?
Yeah. Yeah, which means he's probably bloody watching. So, hey, bud. Hey, Dave. Hey, Tori. God bless him.
Your suspects. That's a great.
And then look, we've got Chris and Bell's No Nonsense. Who are they?
How's he doing to me by signing in by the
newbie, the No Nonsense channel. Thanks for joining, guys.
I hope he subscribed with the new channel.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I don't think he has. No, go back and hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, subscribe, please, there, Chris. I think it might be Chris.
So, yeah, other than that, mate, do you have a good weekend? Good week?
Yeah, not too bad at all, mate. Not too bad. It's, it went a bit quick, because obviously over the weekend, we only got sort of the normal 4 days off for us. Mm. So it went a bit quick, but it was nice to spend a bit of time with the missus and little one. What's that show all about then?
What's the show about?
We can ask you the same about your new channel there, Chris.
When we went into lockdown the first time round, one of our mates asked us to do a show and talk about
to help him out, wasn't it? Yeah,
to help him out and give us all something to focus on. Then he binned us off, going off by ourselves. And then he started this new channel.
What I loved the most about that was the 5-minute notice.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
But no, it's good to see the new channel's finally live, Chris, and it's picking up subscribers as well.
So you stole the show then? Have you heard him?
Yeah. Right, shall we jump into the year review?
Yes, can do.
Okay, so the last couple of weeks you've had some really good years to review, and this one's been no different. We were reviewing 1988.
I think this is by far the hardest, to be honest.
Well, I thought last week's one was harder than 94, but this one's really took the biscuit, and I really struggled. Do you want to start with your top fives before we go on?
I can do. But, there's definitely a few honourable mentions in this list. Okay, I'll go with number 5. I'll go with Beetlejuice. Number 4, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, because I just think Steve Martin's amazing in that one. Number 3, Buster. I've always loved that movie with Phil Collins in. I think if I'm gonna have to go with Who Framed Roger Rabbit as number 2, and Die Hard at number 1, just because of the amount of times I've now seen that movie.
So what you mentions?
Go on.
What were your mentions?
Willow.
Yeah.
They Live, which I didn't see until a few years ago. Big, Naked Gun, Rain Man, Cocktail, and Mac and Me.
Well, we watched They Live not so long back, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So my top 5, I've gone with, as you know, I don't do mine in any particular order, as you know. So I've got Die Hard, Beaches, Bloodsport, Beetlejuice, and Willow. So
Beaches.
Yeah, Beaches really does tug on your heartstrings, and I do like that film. I can blame your mother for that one, I reckon.
Don't get me wrong, it's a good movie, mate. It is a good movie, but I think now after watching Phoenix Nights, that song with Wings Beneath My Wind, that is just Wings Beneath My Wheels for me every time I watch that now.
Then mentions, I've got Rain Man, Big, Scrooged, Twins, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Exactly. There was so many that we haven't mentioned.
Yeah, no, I love Twins, and I cannot believe now that they're bringing out a sequel to it. You know, it's going to be triplets. There's another long lost brother that they found.
Is that not going to be a bit offensive to the Snowflake community?
I don't know. It's a long lost brother that they found, and they're bringing it back. So it's called triplets, apparently.
Wow. Be interesting to see what the response to that one is.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
What's Dave asking for? What's in the picture frames?
What? Oh, right, okay. He wants a tour of your picture frames, does he? So what's in the picture frames? Oh, okay.
Let's have a look. Let's see if I can get this.
Are we going on tour?
We're going on tour, yeah. Movie Chat's on tour, but we're not going this week. So at the back there, I've got Darth Vader. And then I've got a Wonder Woman metal plate. Then it's Star Wars and Iron Man above him. Then I've got the Joker and the Hulk underneath. Then I've got a charcoal drawing with Judge Dredd, which you can't see because unfortunately the light's over the top of it, but that's brilliant. And then underneath it, I've got a picture that one of the lads painted for me. My neighbour painted it me for Christmas Cup. Lana asked him to do it. And it's actually really, really nice. I do love that one. Then it's Captain America. Then I've got one of those movie strips of Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the picture wall. Now I'd love to take credit for it, but as you know, Lana doesn't let me do anything in this house, and it's all Lana's work.
I rehung this one the other day.
Sorry, let me just get off big screen. 2 seconds. There we go. The Italian Job.
Yeah. So that one was hidden at the back, so I'll pop that back up. I've got my Jurassic World one somewhere to pop up as well at some point.
So I won an auction of comics off some channel a couple of months ago, and I've put a load of them on the wall around in front of me in the frames and stuff. But like I say, Lana's the one with the eye for detail, not me.
I'll remember that when she's moving us into the house.
Yeah, she's the one with the eye for detail. Right, moving back on to 1988 because we sort of took a sidestep there, unfortunately. Highest grossing movies, top 4.
Top 4?
Yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
At number 1, yeah.
Yay! Beetlejuice?
No.
Beaches?
No.
Big.
Big at number 4.
Cocktail.
No.
See, I don't know if Willow would have been done that well first time round.
Willow's not in there.
Is he Die Hard?
No.
I think what would have actually been in there. The Naked Gun.
No.
Right, go on then. Put me out of my misery.
According to the list, at number 3, Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh my lord, really?
And then Coming to America at number 2.
But Eddie Murphy was on fire back then, though, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that was off the back of his stand-up, so that one.
Highest grossing actors for that year. This one will be easy for you. You should get these.
Highest grossing actors? Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks is number 4.
Robin Williams?
No.
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise is number 1. Lainey's boyfriend.
Not Jack Nicholson. What am I about? Bloody hell. Just trying to think. Really, it's not Bruce Willis, is it?
It's not Bruce Willis, and it's not Eddie Murphy. Hey Sharon. Hey Pat. Hi Joanne.
Go on, I've had Michael Keaton.
No.
Go on, I've had a brain fart now. Go on.
Number 3, he was in Short Circuit and Police Academy.
Oh God, is his name Steve something?
That's the one. Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg, that's the one. Guttenberg.
And number 2 was Bette Midler. So I've had a delve into these movies that these were the highest grossing for. So Tom Hanks, Bruce, get my teeth back in. Tom Cruise was Top Gun from 1986. He was still picking revenue up from that one. Rain Man in 1988. Cocktail in 1988. And The Colour of Money in 1986. And then you've got Bette Midler with Down and Out in Beverly Hills from 1986. Ruthless People in 86. Beaches in 88. Outrageous Fortune in 87. And Big Business in 1988. They were the movies that made them the highest grossing actors for that year. So It's nice really, because this is the first time in a while that we've actually had a woman in the top 4 high grossing actors.
It is, and to be fair, in those days, that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope Maverick's not a wreck of a movie either, but from what I've seen, I don't think it's going to be.
Well, it depends if they actually release it within this decade. It keeps getting set back, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like Morbius has been pushed back as well, hasn't it?
Is that pushed back till April now?
It's been pushed back again, yeah. It's been pushed back more times than bloody Black Widow was, that one.
They must have a lot riding on it. Dave Reese resells and collects some of my picks. Above the Law, Bloodsport, Child's Play, Coming to America, They Live, Mississippi, Burning My Neighbors, is it Tor? How do you spell that? Totoro?
Yeah. Totoro.
Yeah, Totoro, there we go. Yeah, Child's Play and Bloodsport, definitely. Above the Law, that's Steven Seagal in it.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Like I say, we spoke about They Live. We watched that the other couple of months ago, They Live.
Yeah, but I think the thing is that, especially nowadays in modern society, it actually holds up quite well, doesn't it? And then there's that fight scene that lasts forever. It's like 8 minutes long.
Yeah. Best director?
God knows at that point.
Well, I've done what I do what you want me to do, mate. I've gone to 1989. I've picked the best.
All right. Tim Burton.
No.
Director of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, by any chance?
No.
Really? Should have been. Go on.
I have mentioned it. It's one of my mentions from the years before, and it's actually a Tom Cruise film from 1988.
Go on.
Barry Levinson with Rain Man.
Ah, okay. Well, that was sort of a built for award sort of film, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the typical fodder for him. So I was watching. Now there was a thing about when he's in the phone booth and he farts or whatever, and they just sort of carried on as if nothing was going on and sort of made the movie.
Well, Dustin Hoffman's just brilliant in the film.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Like a Renaissance sort of character and kick-ass. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Bloodsport Child Play is a movie. Now, that's something I'd go and watch, actually. Kung Fu Chucky.
Don't give him ideas.
Yeah. Hey, Neil.
Yeah. So, yeah, what a year, mate. What a year.
88 was definitely a difficult year to pick, and there's some great movies there. And like you say, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is if I remember correctly, was it the first live action movie combined with cartoon?
Well, I would say so, but then I'm just thinking, what about something like Song of the South or something like that? But it's definitely nothing I'd seen before at that point. But I've always loved that movie. I remember going when I went to Florida in I think it was about 92, and we went round like this little studio bit that was all set up for that, and that's all that's sort of taken over now by something else. Really good. No Mary Poppins. Yes, Mary Poppins has cartoon with live action. See, there you go.
Oh, there you go. I'm sure I read somewhere it was one of the first films to do something.
Yes, Dave, the Hellraiser 2 is a good one. There was a few sequels out in 88 as well, though. I noticed that when I was looking through the list. Like Coon 2 and Short Circuit 2 and a few, and Rambo 3, I think, was another one.
Yeah.
There was quite a few of them.
No, it was all right. Right. Charlotte, we go to the bit where we know that we've not really done much. You ready?
Why not? Let's get out of the way first.
So, we've not really done well with these. One of these particular movies in the last 2 weeks was Muriel's Wedding. I still haven't found a copy of it. I still haven't watched it.
In every charity shop you see once we've actually got it out of the way.
Yeah, and we actually carried it forward to give us another go at having a look at it.
It's still failed.
And the other one was The Last Dragon, which was recommended by Bobby Krillin.
Yes, which you have seen and I have had on order since the last show.
Yeah. It's an interesting movie.
Oh, aye. Why?
Yeah. If you... It's about a 15-year-old karate master that just wants to get laid, practically. That's what the film's about. You know, he falls in, he goes off, he does his karate, and by the end of it, he's sleeping with a TV show host.
He does really well then, doesn't he?
Yeah. Sharon, don't dish The Last Dragon. No, I'm not going to dish it. If you were a pre-puberty boy going to find Kung Fu movies in the 80s, this is probably one that your dad will get you from Blockbuster.
Hey, if Sharon says it's good, it's definitely good.
Yeah, so it obviously... I can't read my own writing here, but Berry Gordy, who was the head of Motown Records, he's produced it. It's his.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise that he's actually. Do you know Red Foo from LMFA? Oh, Every Day I'm Shuffling. That's his.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when he sold Motown Records, this is what he put his money into producing The Last Dragon. You haven't seen it, so it's when he's going on about trying to find the karate masters, and it's Sun Dong Guy is the name of the karate master, and when he finally finds him, it turns out it's like a Chinese pancake maker. And it's just a machine that's putting out. And he says, "No, you'll find a glow within yourself and all this. Like, don't be upset that you found some dumb guy and he's not a karate master." It is an interesting film. I've got a couple of bits here that I've wrote down, like the cinema scene where they're watching Bruce Lee. And then the bad guy comes in and he's dressed in the 80s shoulder pads and all this, and he's going, "Who's the baddest?" And they shout his name, and he goes, "Who's the best looking?" They shout his name, and he says, "Who's the meanest?" And they shout his name. And then they pick one of the kids up, and he goes, "Who can kick my ass in here?" And he goes, "Bruce Lee, what he can." And he points down to him, and he's sat there eating popcorn with chopsticks. And then
it's just cookie, Steve, for F's sake. As Sharon mentioned
fortune cookies. So
just for the sake of the all-knowing Chris, what he's talking about, obviously, is the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is a cult classic, but it just didn't make it onto my list. But it was definitely 88.
The question was, how many people watched his watch party when he put this on?
I remember being there, but I think I've still got me Steelbook one downstairs.
Yeah,
but it is a very, very interesting movie. That.
Yeah, so there is. It's full of 80s. You can tell it's the 80s. It's like and they play like the full music video to Rhythm of the Night and stuff like that, and it's just, it's very interesting. If you were looking to break into martial arts movies as a kid, then you probably would have started with that one. You'll have to watch it and tell me what you think about it.
Like I say, I'm dying to, mate, but it's not here.
Yeah, like say, there's a bit where he goes, "I haven't been with a woman, and I don't know the moves and all this." And she goes to him, "No, I'll quite happily teach you the moves and all this." And bearing in mind, she's like 8 years older than this kid. And stuff like that. And then at the end, you've got this very cheesy, like, white party in a nightclub, and they're all dressed in white, and she's dressed in white. So she's meant to be pure. He's meant to be pure. He's holding white flowers, and you're basically gonna lose your virginity in the back of a nightclub dressed in white karate gi.
In a white karate gi.
Yeah. It was an interesting watch. It was definitely an interesting watch.
Yeah, Dave, I agree with you. Like I say, I've had it on order since the last Thursday night.
Yeah,
definitely need to watch it. I don't even have a paintbrush.
Yeah, so I think, with all fairness, I think I'm giving up on Muriel's wedding.
Oh, it's a sad day. Is that gone into the vault along with me watching Love Actually?
Yes, yeah, that's my Love Actually.
That's your Love Actually.
Yeah.
Scrap it card.
Yeah, I will get around to watching it. If I find it in a charity shop or in CEX or something like that at the weekend, I'll pick it up and we'll watch it. But it's just too difficult to find a copy of it.
It's a rare one now, is it, these days?
Yeah.
I like that. I've watched it a few times. I remember watching it growing up.
Your cup's melting.
What? Have you had it near the radiator?
The design's coming off my cup.
Have you had it near the radiator?
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go out and get a new one. Right, yeah. So that was The Last Dragon. So we'll revisit Last Dragon next week when you've actually had time to watch it, Steve.
Yeah.
I'll be intrigued to think to hear what you think about it. Really,
I say it'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
yeah, definitely. It's definitely interesting.
Seems very interesting to watch that.
So what we're going to do now is that we're going to do the wheel. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. $2,000.
2000.
Ooh.
The year 2000. Okay, so I'll make a note
Dave
of
said he had a look and he failed. Muriel's divorce. He's put on there.
that. What the fuck is that noise? Do you know what, Dave? I spent about 20 minutes before going through all the songs to find a cheesy one, and then I found a random song bit within the wheel. So it must just bounce between a load of different ones.
There we go.
But yeah, so the year 2000, so that should be a good year to have a look at as well. That's going to be another difficult one, I think.
I don't think it'll be as strong as 88. That was a real strong one, that was.
Yeah. Right. Have we got any pickups this week?
I've picked up a few bits, yeah.
Okay. Let's jump into pickups of the week then. So I picked up a couple of Blu-rays this week. That'll be winging the way.
Ooh, did you now?
Yeah, they'll be winging the way
Hey,
down.
Kathy, thanks for joining. Hey, Shabba.
I picked up a steel box of Wanted.
Okay. A Blu-ray?
It was 50p in the charity shop, so I thought you might wanted it.
Yeah, that's cool.
If you don't want it, I'm sure I'll find some homeless person.
Is it a Blu-ray steelbook?
Yeah, steelbook Blu-ray, yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome, mate, yeah.
Yeah, and Blu-ray of...
What? A Blu-ray? A Blu-ray or a Blu-ray?
Don't take the piss out of someone that's got a speech impediment.
Oh, sorry.
You're technically having a go at her... yeah, don't.
I'm just going to go. I'm going to go now.
I'm going to go now. Yeah, so, and I picked up a Blu-ray of Notorious. About the
Notorious, the B.I.G. one.
Yeah.
That is a good movie, that.
So I picked them up in the charity shop. They were 50p each or 3 for £1 on the Blu-rays.
Hey, Billy.
So
have you seen Notorious?
No, so I'm going to watch it before we send it down to you.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you, mate. Yeah, it's a good movie. I watched that a while back.
So you're sending the new steelbook to the new address?
No, we're not yet. We're not even there yet. Jeez.
No. I might hold on to them as a housewarming present.
Just save you spending it again.
Yeah.
It will cost you more to post, so I don't mind that, mate.
Yeah. So I've
not
really had many pickups. I never had many pickups this week because I've been painting me Warhammers. So I've got stuck into me miniature painting.
Did you show them on the Instagram?
Yeah, I put them on the Instagram. Yeah, and I did a short as well. So I've really got into it at the moment, and I'm definitely thinking it's something I can continue.
Do you reckon you'll pick up a few more then? Now you've got loads to be getting on with.
Well, my plan is to pick up a box a month. You know,
okay.
So it could be one figure or it could be a box of figures. So they're not cheap, to be honest, the Warhammer stuff. The 40k. So if anyone wants to send me some Warhammer 40k stuff, by all means, you know.
Good to find some.
Yeah, I've started Space Marines. I've started painting my own schemes, my own colour schemes and stuff. So yeah, the pickups are sort of just gone out the window at the moment.
That's fair enough. It's fair enough.
You've got them, buddy.
I mean, well, the same for me. So, well, in the respect that Like this week's been a bit funny because obviously we had New Year's Day and then the Sunday was normal, which a lot of pieces aren't open on a Sunday, and then Monday was Bank Holiday Monday, and then Tuesday, and then I was back in work on Wednesday. So I just picked up some Blu-rays. So I got Man on Fire, which is a great film.
Awesome film.
Now this one I haven't actually got around to seeing, so I'm hoping to enjoy that one, which is Mel Gibson's How I Spent My Summer Vacation. I think this was again one of his comebacks. This one I've seen a bit online about how brutal it is, but I haven't seen it yet. Hobo with a Shotgun.
No, I've not seen that either.
These were just because I could, which is Liam Neeson's Non-Stop on Steelbook.
Is that the one he's done after Taken? When
100%. This is on the action hero train, definitely. But that's the one where he's on the plane, I think, isn't it? Was it a plane or train? I can't remember.
Train?
I picked up Guardian of the Galaxy on 4K Steelbook.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gone nicely into the collection. So it's got the normal one. It's got the normal one and the 4K in it.
Oh,
so that's cool. So that's going to go into my collection. And then just the last one really is that I picked these up from a charity shop for a tenner. So these will go in my series collection, which is just DR. So that was just one I saw in a charity shop for 10 hours. I'll pick them up, even if I don't. If I decide to get rid of them, it's 20 quid in CEX because they sell it for 40. So I thought for a tenner I'll pick them up and see how I get on with them.
So Joanne saying Hobo with a Shotgun is a good film. Yeah, they're not cheap at all. Chili B, they're not cheap at all.
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us, by the way.
When I took Lana into the Warhammer shop, Games Workshop, and we were looking at the stuff there. The little tubs of paint were like $4.80 for the little tub of paint.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm getting me figures and me miniatures off eBay because they just seem to be cheaper at the moment than actually going through Games Workshop themselves.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I am planning on having a good look around when we go to Mould at the weekend. Because there's quite a few charity shops and stuff in Mould, so hopefully we should get some really good pickups down there this week. Plus there's a old fashioned toy shop.
Oh.
And you just walk around and it's all unboxed figures and stuff like that. You just rummage and I'm picking them up. Yeah,
the guys are saying I'm sure Nick Hills has a shed load of Warhammer stuff and Warhammer paints. He does have a load of Warhammer paints. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, keep an eye on Marketplace. Yeah, I am. Like I say, it's early doors. I picked them up for something to do over the winter, but I'm really getting into them.
When you're spending a fortune on them and you're like, well, Lana, I did say.
Yeah, for a figure that's about that big.
Yeah.
You know. But no, they're definitely it's that relaxing, you know, just to do it. And I've got to take my time with it. And you see me, I've got like gorilla hands, so it's holding the paintbrush and trying to get all the little details in it. It doesn't necessarily work.
I don't have the steady hand to do it. I'm telling you, you look like the Joker.
Well, you can make up your own army, couldn't you?
They all look like they've been painted by a 4-year-old.
Colouring books are cheaper. I haven't got the patience for colouring books, Kath. I know that sounds daft, but I haven't.
Have you not?
No. There's just something about colouring books that I start off really, really neat, and then I must just lose me attention with it all, and it just ends up everywhere. Right, let's go to the free-for-all. Right, so this segment of the show where if I can get the link working for some reason, it would help if I use the right keyboard. We'll put the link in. and you can come on. We can have a chat and just take it from there. I want to talk about Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. Have you seen it?
The new program? No, I haven't seen that yet.
On Disney. So,
are we on second series, a second episode now or something?
We're on the second episode. The second episode was out this week. I don't know where they're going with it. I don't know what they want Boba to be.
Right.
He's either going to be a kick-ass assassin who's in charge of a crime syndicate,
right,
or he's going to be a mumsy-pumsy person that's in charge of a crime syndicate, and they're going to try and kill him off. I just don't know where they're going with it.
Do you feel better now? Do you feel better you've shared?
Yeah. And do you know what? Do you know what else is? Yeah, no spoilers, Kathy. I promise I won't do any spoilers.
If he disappears and gets into a t-shirt, you'll know it's time.
And one that does, as that does YouTube review videos. What pisses me off is as soon as the episode's out, or before the episode's even released, there's 15,000 bloody review videos of that episode, and I'm like, do I need to watch it now?
Well, this is it. I mean, you've got to just stay away from them sort of things if you actually enjoy the program.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't die. He ends up in the pit, and then in the first episode, you see him escaping from. You see him escaping from the pit. So, yeah, it's not a Disney cartoon, Jilly. It's a live action. Series.
It's like The Mandalorian, basically.
Yeah. So I don't know where they're going with it, and I don't know what they want to do with him.
Sounds like a big fluffy cat.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you, Billy.
And then, there you go. Shabba's put. Yeah. So, it's an interesting one. Yeah, Dave's saying the same with the new Matrix film. You piece it all together in the trailers, and then you can... Yeah, Dave, you know my views on the new Matrix film. It's shocking. It's shocking. But I'm hoping that... Because the other Star Wars series that they've done, the Mandalorian, and that's really, really good. And I'm hoping they can take some of that sort of storytelling from the Mandalorian and bring it into Boba Fett. Because I do like what Disney are doing with the series at the moment, with the Star Wars and the MCU stuff and things. But I'm just hoping that they don't just ruin a Mando.
Do we really all this crap Star Wars spinners? It's a good point, Chris, but the thing is that obviously since Disney took over, they are going to milk the hell out of this, regardless of whether people want it or not.
No, I don't think we're in need of it. I think Disney need it after they cock up with the latest 3 movies. Because they're using the series, the Mandalorian and Boba Fett, to try and push back and get the fans back in Star Wars again after the flops of the films.
Yeah, that's on my list as well, Chris, to go to watch. It's the new Cobra Kai season 4. I haven't watched it yet.
You know what? I need to get a co-host that watch things as it's released. I'm sick of reviewing stuff that's 8 months back.
Really?
Cobra Kai is really, really good. It's not as far-fetched as the other series, and it finishes on the good.
You make it sound like you've got to wait so long. It kills you. It's literally like a week or two.
It don't. It's not.
It came out on the 31st of December, didn't it? And what we are now, the 6th of January. The 6th of January. And you're crying. Yeah, it came out on the 31st of December.
Yeah.
And it's now the 6th.
It was watched by 10 o'clock New Year's Day.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow. That is because you get up ridiculously early, regardless of the day.
Yeah, Cobra Kai was brilliant. Certainly not my age. I sort of agree with you a little bit here, Kathy. I don't think we need any more films. If you do the films, then obviously you're picking up Star Wars, solo films. Not that. Sorry, yeah, you know what I mean. Like Solo and Rogue One, and little spin-offs from there that build up the backstory and get rid of the whole Skywalker and Rey and Kylo Ren story.
You know, them last two movies get absolutely slated, but I do genuinely enjoy them. I think they went a bit rogue with Last Jedi, and it's quite clear in the last one, Rise of Skywalker, that they definitely pointed a few things out that they weren't happy with from Jedi. But I genuinely, as a couple of movies, I genuinely enjoy them. I don't think these sequels are bad in any way, shape, or form for me.
Just talk amongst yourself for a minute.
Oh, I can't promise, guys, that he's not going to come back with some bloody mask on. Honestly, they need to do a Knights of the... Yeah, that'd be good. A Knights of the Old Republic series would be good. Yeah, that'd be good. But has anybody else this week watched The Matrix? I'd like to know your opinions on it, because we're both... I think we're both a bit disappointed with it. But it'd be nice to see if anybody else has watched it this week and actually has an alternate opinion on it. Definitely. Give us a tour, little Steve. I would do, but unfortunately at the minute I've still got too much in this room. But hopefully we've got somewhere that we can store some stuff in between moving house. So I'm hoping that we can I can empty this out and give you a decent tour of it before we move it to the new place, to be fair. But yeah, I would do, Dave, but unfortunately there's a lot of stuff. So unfortunately not. Although I am liking my new light that I got for Christmas. That's pretty cool. I pulled my little jigsaw head from the corner the other day, which is I think it's from like a little bobblehead. It's pretty cool. That's gone up there now. But things keep moving about because my son keeps grabbing stuff and just taking it downstairs. No, Kathy, unfortunately not. With it being Christmas, there wasn't a lot going on, so we're just sort of holding on. Totally shite, just lazy. I'm hoping that's about the Matrix, Sharon, and not just me chatting on. I haven't seen it yet. The new Matrix, considering I've got a tattoo of the new film. Oh, idiot. You never did, Shabba. Did you get a tattoo of the new Matrix? Really?
I've got my tattoo tomorrow.
That's an update we all needed. You got it tomorrow, have you?
I'm going in tomorrow. 9:00. I'm going under the needle.
Under the needle, like it's a surgery. So how long are you booked in for?
I'm in for the day. Now he usually starts at 11, but he said coming at 9. So we've got a bit more work to do. So,
ooh. Sharon, that's not nice. Hey, Big Steve.
No, it's my blanket.
You didn't just disappear to get your blanket, did you?
I'm an old man now, Steve.
You get your slippers on in your blanket.
Yeah, I'm cold. I was telling you before, I can't get warm. I can't stay warm.
It's just it's genuinely cold. Hey Nick, thanks for joining. Appreciate that. I watched his little video he put out earlier on. He's doing really well with his listings.
Mm-hmm.
Some good stuff in that. But yeah, it's you old fat. It is genuinely cold the last couple of days. Everybody's feeling it.
Yeah. It's not like me. I've got all this natural padding and I don't usually feel the cold. But
I have to wear about 3 layers just to get the same level.
Yeah, I am feeling it. And like as I said to you before, I was just dying. I just can't get warm. So yeah, the blanket's just to help this old man stay warm.
Aww.
Yeah.
Bless your little cotton socks.
No. I tell you what, I have been watching as of late. While I've been doing my painting and I'm working, is Band of Brothers. I've jumped back into Band of Brothers again.
That is such a great series, isn't it?
I do like my Band of Brothers, and no matter what, yeah, snow. It was snowing up here. I went out to site this morning, Dave, and it was snowing as I was driving back. Where's he put that comment then? No, I don't know. But yeah, Band of Brothers, and it's amazing how many actors started off in Band of Brothers or just had bit parts in Band of Brothers.
Definitely who in it. It's a who's who on there.
Yeah. So you've got like Jimmy Fallon that just pulls up in the Jeep and says a couple of lines and off he goes, and you're like, wow. And then you've got like Tom Hardy and people like that are in there as well as and there's some of the Stephen Graham is in it, and a couple of the British actors. So if you haven't seen Band of Brothers, I'd recommend getting into Band of Brothers.
Yeah, I see that quite a lot now in like a lot of the charity shops. I see it, and I mean they must have sold copious amounts of it because there's loads of it.
It's always on Sky as well.
Yeah. It's a lot of people having a discussion in the chat about snow. Apparently there's snow up north, and everybody else wants to tell them to keep it. They don't want it.
No, as I said, I was out in Altrincham today, and Nantwich, and it was snowing there. And then when we were getting home, it just turned into rain.
Really?
Yeah. James McAvoy. Yeah, he's in there as well.
There is. I mean, I think he's one of those where if you watch it now, you start going back and going, "Oh my god, it's easing it."
Well, when you see the opening scenes and the opening sequence and the list of actors in it, the likes of Damian Lewis, he isn't even in like the first 3 or 4 rotations. He's quite far back now, considering he's one of the main characters in it.
Yeah.
But what I liked about Band of Brothers is that 2-minute like speech that each of the veterans give, and you don't see who they are until the last one, and then at the last one they reveal who's who.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty clever, isn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
What's that one I've got? There's one I've got a few copies of actually called They Shall Never Grow Old, which is like basically like World War II footage that they cropped together and put in colour and everything. It's Jackson who did King Kong.
Peter Jackson,
that's the one. He put it all together. That's really fascinating as well. If anybody wants to watch that, They Shall Never Grow Old. It's a good documentary thing, but I never got into the Pacific though. That was the problem. I struggled with that.
No, and that wasn't as good as Band of Brothers.
No.
And I know it was done by the same people, but it just never had that emotional feel to it. You couldn't connect to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our chat's boring people now because they're just talking about
snow. Everyone is interested in the snow.
In the snow.
It's not even snow at Christmas.
Here's your question then. Best snow-based movies.
Best snow-based movies? I quite like this 8 Below. That's quite a good one with Paul Walker in it.
Yeah.
The Snowman. That was on at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I got to watch that again. Cool Runnings. Oh, absolutely. What a movie.
Yeah.
Everest. Yeah, that's a good action movie, Everest. Do you know, it's Alive. Oh, geez.
Now,
I think that was probably one of the first I'd seen, Alive. And that was, when I watched that the first time, I was like, nah, this can't be right. And it's literally based on a true story, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of, because Lana used to work at the airport, and a lot of I was talking films about films to one of her work colleagues, and Live came up, and he said, "Oh, you really liked it? You should watch it, Lana. It was about planes." She said, "No, it's got a plane in it for the first 5 minutes."
Well, they basically live in one for
Yeah,
live in a shell of one for a good few days.
but
Eddie the Eagle.
Snow Dogs. Was that the Robin Downey Jr. film? No,
Yes,
Cubbon Jr., isn't it?
yes, it is.
Cubbon
Yes,
Jr.
no doubt.
Yeah. The Thing. Yeah, K2. One of the ones I like was Vertical Limit.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Shabba Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, that's not a bad one, to be fair. So, is there any movies this year, Christmas, that you didn't get round to watching?
TV this year was shit for Christmas.
Mm.
It wasn't. Usually, you get like a couple of good films on. You're like, oh right, yeah, I'll have to remember to watch that, or there's like a good documentary on or something like that. But this year, it's just awful.
The only ones that we caught, probably TV wise, would be like The Snowman. I don't even think we didn't even get around to watching Santa Claus, and that's the usual one that we watch. But everything else was from sort of physical media. It's just watching what we could. Don't forget 2012. Yeah, that's true, Kathy. That was a good movie for that. But yeah, you weren't turning over and seeing the older stuff a lot of the time. I don't think this Christmas.
No, where was the Bond films? There's usually a Bond film on every day at 3:00, or something like that, and we just never got it. One of the series I did watch over Christmas was Welcome to Earth with Will Smith.
Okay,
that's on Disney Plus at the moment, and he basically goes with a load of explorers, and he drops off an edge of a volcano and goes like 3 miles down in a submarine and stuff like that. And some of the stuff that he must have seen filming that, it must have been brilliant.
So it's not like it used to be. Different viewing habits now. Probably is, Chris. I mean, like I say, if you turned on any given day, you'd see at least one of the Gavin and Stacey's Christmas specials and stuff like that. But yeah, it wasn't. It's not the same, really, is it? There's just the usual. I think there was Home Alone 1 and 2 on there. I did catch them, but yeah, a lot of the ones that I would tend to watch. I mean, Christmas Day, I should have the Santa Claus on, surely.
There was one that I come across on Netflix, and I thought of Chris instantly about it. Was Santa Jaws?
Santa Jaws? No way. Was it Santa Jaws?
Santa Jaws.
You should have messaged him straight away and gone, watch it.
What's Santa Jaws?
Wizard of Oz used to be on every Christmas on Oliver Twist. Yeah, exactly, Jilly. It's I remember going through the Radio Times or whatever it was and figuring out what we were watching. Back in the day.
Chris,
I need to watch that. He's probably got a DVD of it somewhere.
No. So I've put the link back in the chat, guys. Please feel free to jump on and come and have a chat. Is there any movies in 2022, mate, that you've got your eye on?
I mean, I know I said it last week where I was a bit like, I think a lot of these sequels and stuff, I'm just going to try not to get too excited about, but I am looking forward to Maverick. Definitely. Morbius, that's definitely another one that's, again, it's just dragged out that long. We've known about it for months on end, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Chris said, Jurassic and the next Jurassic World, that looks good. The Batman, yeah, absolutely. But all being well, so long as they come out, there's a good run of movies this year. And again, a lot of them have been held back from sort of 2021, aren't they?
So I took a screenshot the other day.
Kathy, I watched that the other day. I put that on. Physical media wise, The Great Escape. He's put No Great Escape. I was like, yeah. Although I was looking today, and in '88 there was The Great Escape 2 with Christopher Reeves in. So I'm going to have to check that one out.
So this was taken the other day, obviously, before it was announced that Morbius has been pushed back. So in January, we had Morbius, which is now in April, Uncharted, which apparently was Tom Holland's pitch to Sony for the James Bond Origins movie. And they've ended up making Uncharted on the back of it.
I mean, I like Tom Holland as an actor, but I'm not sure that's gonna, because he's got Mark Wahlberg in as well, hasn't it?
The Batman is in March. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the first Sonic the Hedgehog. I know you were.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that. Dumbledore, The Secrets of Dumbledore, which is the Fantastic Beasts, isn't it? Doctor Strange is out in May with Super Pets. Now, I know Lana's looking forward to Super Pets.
Yeah, she is. I remember you telling me.
Yeah, so that's we'll be going to pictures to see that. Then Maverick's out in May. Jurassic Park's out in June. Jurassic World, sorry, the remake of Jurassic Park. That's out in June. Buzz Lightyear is out in June as well. Now, I'm not too sure I'm liking that because it's not Tom Allen, is it? It's Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, exactly. It's
more
of a grown-up version of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder is out in July. Black Adam is finally out in July. That feels like that film's been in production for like 10 years. We get another Mission Impossible. Apparently, this is number 7. That's in September. Spider-Man Across the Spideyverse is out in October. That should be good. Did you see that they were announcing they were making Spidey-Gwen with Emma Stone?
No. I know. I've seen the trailer for that new Spideyverse. It doesn't give a lot away, but it looks like it's more of the same, to be fair.
So we've got The Flash in November with Wakanda Forever. It'll be interesting to see what Disney do with that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Another fucking Spider-Man. It's an animated one, Chris. It's not a thingy one. Avatar 2. Now, I like Avatar, and I can sit there and I can watch Avatar all day long, but I don't know if we've waited too long for the second film.
Well, it has been a long time. What are we looking at? Was it 2007 or something that came out?
Something like that. It's almost, 15 years? 20, coming on to 20 years?
An unbelievable amount of time.
Yeah. Then we've got Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's in December. Aquaman's in December. Secret Invasion, which is the Skrulls. They're in Marvel, aren't they? That's their invasion.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. These are all to be confirmed. Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is a series, isn't it? Moon Knight.
But that's got Ewan McGregor in it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Moon
good. Knight again is going to be Marvel. That's going to be a series. And Endor, which is Star Wars.
Well, yeah.
Based on Endor. So that's practically all Marvel, isn't it, when you look at that?
I think Sharon's got a point there. She's put this multiverse thing is going to be done to death. I think that's basically where they're going with it next, isn't it? Literally, I say next currently, but I think that's where they're sort of getting the latest story, the latest
the thing with the multiverse was, and if you look at the Flash and the Flashpoint, which is what the Flash movie is going to be, based on, it was Barry Allen going back to rescue his mum from his mum getting killed, and he cocks up the universe. But that was DC's way of restarting the whole franchise again. The multiverse is the same for Marvel. You know, it's the kickstart and bring in all new stories. It's not a new thing, that the multiverse and Flashpoint and stuff like that. It's not a new thing at all. They've been in the comics for God knows how long. But it's a case of they're running out of ideas, so they bring the multiverse in. And then it doesn't matter if you've got Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire or Andrew Griffin. Spider-Man, you're just in a different world, different universe.
Yeah, Yeah. What's that? The Shabanator 2. I think Chris isn't a fan of Marvel films or Star Wars films.
No.
He wants something different. Right, he's going to get his Jurassic Park. So
Catch you later.
thanks, Patty. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
Yeah. The Jurassic World's going to be an interesting one because is this meant to close the story of Jurassic World?
Well, it'll be until they reboot it again in a few years' time, won't it?
Jurassic Universe, Jurassic Planet.
I mean, I don't know what that trailer doesn't give a lot. It really doesn't give a lot. It's more like a nature program. That first 5 minutes of trailer, isn't it? It's basically like the first 5 minutes of the movie, by the sounds of it.
That's exactly what they've done. That's the first 5 minutes of the film.
You're sort of expecting blooming David Attenborough or something in the background on it. I don't mind so much that they bring out new characters, Moon Knight, etc. It's when they keep on rehashing the same characters. It drives me mad. Yeah, I totally agree. In the respect that, I mean, Spider-Man's been done to death on it, but I think that's got better. If I'm honest, I think it's definitely got better with Tom Holland now.
It's Obi-Wan that's out, supposed to be out this year, but they haven't confirmed the date on it yet. But like I say, it's Ewan McGregor coming back as Obi-Wan, and there's supposed to be some returning characters there. So it's after the return of the Jedi. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not after Return of the Jedi. It's after Revenge of the Sith, and in between A New Hope. So they're going to explore what Obi-Wan was doing for that 30 years in between.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good. I'm just hoping that they bring back Mace Windu because you never actually see him die.
That's one avenue they can explore, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's figures in that I've seen concept art of him having because he has his arm chopped off, doesn't he? So he's got like a prosthetic. He's got like a prosthetic arm and leg and stuff like that. And you know, it should be really, really good if they can bring Mace Windu back. And I'm
you don't really survive a Star Wars movie without losing an arm or a hand, do you?
So it's it's about it. Well, you say that. So the original films, Luke loses his arm in Empire Strikes Back, doesn't he? Loses his forearm, and then that's sort of like a direct comparison to when Anakin Skywalker loses his arm, doesn't it? Isn't it? So it's like a parody of that. Yeah, for Big Steve, I think it's based on teenage youth. How badass he was. Sorry, if you catch me looking at that way, I've got my other screen on so I could read the comments.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Oh, you know. We've got to bring a bit of class to the show. I think some of that does come into it. It's the love of your characters, and like you say, I think that's why I was so disappointed with the Matrix film, because you sort of fall.
I know I did somewhere.
Alive, yeah. There's a thing that came out about Black Widow 2 as well, about the Omega Red being the bad guy in Black Widow.
Oh, right, yeah.
Now, Omega Red was a big, just going on the X-Men theme there, Omega Red was a big bad guy from Russia in X-Men. And apparently he's in a cutscene in Deadpool 2 where he's in the prison. So he's already made an appearance. We already know who's going to play him. But I think that's the only way now that he can make Black Widow stuff, isn't it? Now, with her being dead at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Endgame,
Yeah.
then they've got to jump back into the past.
I mean, considering the character, what happened to her character, she's not done too badly if she gets 2 more movies out of it.
No.
You know what I mean?
But then if they go back to the multiverse thing, they could always bring it back.
Yeah, they could just do that with everybody, though, couldn't they?
Yeah, bring back Tony Stark.
Mm. Yeah.
You know.
Did you? I mean, for one thing, and spend 20. Yeah, the Dave's popped back in. Thanks for that, Dave. He had to pop to home and bargains, and Sharon said, "Did you pop in for one thing and spend 20 quid?" Tends to be the way when you pop to home bargains. I think I spent 30 yesterday just going picking up a few bits.
There was also an announcement that Deadpool 3. They're starting looking at Deadpool 3, and there's a bit on Deadpool 2 where Juggernaut pulls Deadpool apart, doesn't he? Just throws one half of him away, and you see him regenerate.
Yes.
So the bit that you don't see regenerate is his legs, because obviously he grows the legs back, doesn't he? Because he does the whole
with his baby legs.
Yeah,
his parents' own basic instinct thing.
Yeah, and apparently his legs regenerate into evil Deadpool. So Deadpool 3 could be Deadpool on Deadpool, which would be really, really cool.
But, that'd be an interesting story to go now.
I wonder if Ryan Reynolds gets double the wages for playing 2 characters.
Yeah, I bet. Well, they can't keep going down the love interest side of it, can they? They've got to do something different this time around.
Yeah.
See if they can get Hugh Jackman in there again. Or in there, sorry.
I'd like to see them do another couple of Wolverine films, but I wouldn't know who would play Wolverine apart from Hugh Jackman.
Well, this is it. I mean, he played it for what, like 15 years or something stupid?
Yeah.
It's a good amount of time.
They can't go back and do young Wolverine because they've already done that in Origins. You already see Wolverine growing up. You already see him going through time and whatever else.
Do you know what, though? I think it's been long enough where I won't mind another like X-Men film or a Wolverine film. It just break up a lot of the other stuff that's going on.
Now, New Mutants sort of let me down. I wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
What was that series I watched about the X-Men?
Hey, Rich.
I could be
the out of shape Wolverine. I don't doubt you could, mate. I don't doubt you could.
What was the show called? They did like a X-Men spin-off after what happened at the end of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the bloody show was called. It wasn't Legion. Legion was the other one.
Yeah, I know which one you mean, mate. I remember. What's it called? I can't remember. Is it Mutants? Is it just Mutants, Joanne, sorry. Is it just Mutants?
That might be it, yeah.
I'm gonna wait on that one. I think that's probably it, I think it's literally just Mutants. Heroes, no, do you remember? I enjoyed Heroes when that came out. I've got the Blu-ray box set over there. I think the last couple of series were a bit weak, but the first series, I loved it.
Yeah. Well, they wrote it during the writers' strike, didn't they? They started off before the writers' strike and then finished it after the strike, and then X-rated. No, that's something else, Shabba.
Cheers, Shabba.
Yeah, the first season of Heroes is amazing. But then after that, it did get really, really silly, didn't it?
Would you have carried that on, though, honestly? I mean, after that first series, would you have carried it on?
No.
Because I think that would have been fine to end it there. And then they had that like reboot as well, didn't they? Where they had like another. Was it Heroes or was it called something else? The second one.
It was called Heroes, wasn't it? They sort of did what Prison Break
actually-
did, and sort of forgot that the last episode people died and just brought another series back.
Yeah, but it was almost like this, like when I've got a mirror as an example, like Scrubs when they finished and then they brought back like a new season of new people in. But that's they just didn't feel it weren't the same at all. That like reboot of them, bloody awful if anything. Stop.
You take one of my beloved series as a kid and make it into an X-rated porno.
The series was amazing of X-Men. That
the
cartoon
Uncanny
series was
X-Men.
brilliant.
The Uncanny X-Men was amazing. Yeah.
The X-Men series, that tune just is brilliant.
Yeah.
Save the cheerleader, save the world. Yeah, exactly, Sharon. Save the cheerleader, save the world. What a series that first one was. Honestly, I might need to go back and watch that.
I just like the bit where she's throwing herself off the mill to see if she can die, and she's just inventing. She's like, "Hang on a sec."
We spend half the time trying to figure out what her dad does as a job.
Yeah.
What his actual where he stands, sort of thing. ALF into a film. A series of cartoon. Alf.
You know, the puppet that looks like a turd with hair. You know, Alf.
Yeah, I know what Alf is. It's good job. It's good chance if you know about it. I do. Same blooming era.
I don't know, mate. I seem to be a bit more finger on the pulse than you at the moment.
It's because you have a lot more time on your hands at the moment.
Right, I've put the link back in the chat, guys. Hopefully, we can get a guest on so we can get a new homework movie. If not, you'll be subject to whatever Steve and I pick. Face like a croissant, yeah. So you might be subject to something that Steve and I pick if we don't get a guest on.
I've got a few to pick from.
The one of the things I've been watching as of late is the history of like Predator and Alien and stuff. You know, because this new movie's coming out in Prey, where they go back to.
So you're trying to learn stuff you probably already knew, because there's not much you don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm just refreshing myself, and I'll be interested to see when this new film does come out how it sort of sits with the current law.
Yeah,
from Predator. I'm not going to lie, the story doesn't sound like it interests me at all. You know, but I don't know where they go with these franchises after that.
Well, yeah, that's not a bad one to watch. It's on Prime. Tori's put a good choice in there. A good liar. Sorry.
Well, is
that the one with Helen Mirren in?
No. Dave,
And
you are more
McKellen.
than welcome to pop your YouTube cherry with us, mate. You come on and.
Of course you can, anytime, mate.
Yeah, we're only a small channel. However, we are growing. We are growing.
Yes, we got a few more subs this week, which is great.
We did.
Yeah.
Between New Year's Day and the Tuesday, we ended up with 12 new subs. So that was quite good. Right, go on then, Stevie. Are we going with the good lie, or are you picking one?
I don't mind the good liar, because to be fair, we can both access it.
What did it say? It was on Prime.
Yeah, it's on Prime. But it's definitely the one with Helen Mirren in. So
Yeah.
1984, the film. Which one's that, the Dave? I've heard of it. Probably bloody got it. Have you watched that? End of at the end? Is it the end of 2021 or whatever?
Yes,
You
we
watched
watched that. We watched that the other day, the end of 2021. Have you
What
seen
did
it?
Yeah, of course I've seen it. I watched the
Right.
first one for the 2020.
I was pissing myself laughing all the way through it. It was just my type of comedy, right from the off. I do like the woke James Bond because that reminds me of the conversations that me and you had about woke James Bond.
Oh, hang on a second. Ashley, maybe up for joining soon. Just made and posted my first YouTube video today. Made a new channel and everything. Right. Hey, I'll tell you what. If you share your channel, then I'm quite happy to push that. That'd be fantastic. I'd love to know what your channel name is if it's the same. Just pop it in. I'll give it a watch. That'd be awesome. But yeah, anytime anybody's like I say, it's free and easy in it. We're just chatting away. It's that. I believe. Good
I
film.
think she's talking about her suggestion there.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just reading Dave's. Terry Gilligan wrote it. I believe it's a good film. The only one I can see is, unless I've typed it in wrong, is it actually made in 1984 or release date 1984? Unless I've got the wrong. I've probably got the wrong one. Oh, it's on Netflix, on Hulu, something. 1984, the film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ashley, if you want to put your link in,
Crafty Steve's channel. Cool, yeah.
And you can always share it on the Movie Chats and Film Geeks Facebook page if you're going to be doing reviews and stuff and nominating your homework movies.
Crafty Seas, yeah. Anytime, guys. We'd appreciate it if you popped on, but it's only an SMR video. But don't feel you can't pop on. Thanks, Tori, for sharing that. Also, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please, that'd be fantastic. Just really helps us.
Thumbs up as well. We've been asked to do, and I know this is where Chris will probably turn off now, but we've been asked to do the top 5 Marvel comic movies on the feedback on one of the videos.
Top 5 Marvel comic book movies.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want to pick that up or you want me to do it, but that'd be a good one to research that and go through that whole back.
I think it'd still be difficult, though. I think it would still be difficult. I don't mind doing what we spoke about. Obviously, I can give you my version if you want as well. But yeah, that'd be difficult still. I mean, there's loads of them. Do you know what? For me, right, we've gone from. It just seems like we've gone from a couple to loads. And I can't remember it in the middle. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember. Okay, there's 10 of them now. Literally, we've gone from Iron Man, Hulk, Spider-Man to absolutely loads. in the space of short few years. I don't know.
I think Iron Man started it all off. And obviously we had Blade and stuff like that before it. But then Iron Man started it all off. And then once they've realised how successful Iron Man was going to be, they built a whole franchise on the back of it all.
Yeah.
Which is... it's
without that, where would we be with it though? Honestly, and it's the same. I think someone put on one of the movie things earlier on about the Avengers and how much they were riding on that. I'd love to see a documentary of sort of over the span of this sort of phases that we've been on, and how important key movies were. Do you know what I mean? To keeping it going, because that won't have been it. It wouldn't have been Avengers done. Right, we've got loads we can do now. there would still be sort of key elements that they had to have.
Yeah,
Success in certain movies.
There'll be a go no go situation question somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. How far do we take it? Right, guys. We're not going to get anyone on, so I think we'll call it a day there, Steve.
Okay, mate. Well, thank you everyone for joining. It's been good tonight, but I do appreciate it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave comments as well. We do read them, and as we've just discussed there, we do get recommendations of what you'd like us to do. So if you've got a recommendation of an actor or director or anything like that for a top 5, then please leave a comment. Or if you just got a show or a movie you'd like us to review, leave your comments there, and one of us will pick that up and we'll have a look at it. We've also got Instagram at Movie Chats 2021, so go and give us a like and a follow on there. We do post quite a bit of our pickups and dress up as your favourite superhero next week. That can be arranged.
Yeah, I'm not dressing up, but I've definitely got one. I got a favourite. I think I've got a hoodie I can wear for that one. Do you know what? A few weeks ago, I went into one of the charity shops and I picked up there's quite a few T-shirts I'd picked up. And anyway, I was looking for something to put on last night, and I wish I wore it now, but it was like a pop. In fact, just 1 second. If he's still there, I'll get it out.
Yeah. 1 minute. Should we just all leave now while he's gone?
Yeah. Yeah. What's the likelihood I found it? I thought this was pretty cool.
Oh, Hulk from Endgame.
Yeah. I forgot I'd bought it. It's only like a pop tease, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, that.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I had the Hodor one, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. Cute Hulk, yeah.
Right, so we are on
Instagram. Queenie says she might bob on for a chat. Oh, thanks, Queenie. But,
yeah, next week. So next week, then, we're going to have Ashley, Dave, and Queenie.
Loads of them.
They'll pop on, and we'll have a good chat with them. And like I say, if you guys just want to pop on, we'll make it happen.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. It's really appreciated. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Have a good evening.
We'll catch you next week looking at the year 2000 and a good lie. So see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.